Alright, well, let's jump back into Valheim and the Black Forest. Let's pick up that Smelter or the equivalent and that home base. Bring it back here and we'll start smelting the ore over here. So to do that, we're going to need, well, first we're going to need to eat food, but then we're going to need a raft. So, in order to make a raft, we need 6 leather scraps and 6 resin. Do we have 6 leather scraps? We don't. So we don't have the ability to make a raft. We might be able to swim across. Can't sleep at this time, so it must be morning. Oh wait. Yeah. Alright, well let's just hustle over here. It's just that small gap. We're gonna try to swim across that. When our food runs out, let's see if we can switch to a higher stamina diet. Just use a handful of these. We probably won't need to carry that with us. We can oh, surely we've got this stored somewhere else already? Guess not. We don't need the fine wood with us. We aren't going to need just any wood with us, and we certainly won't need seeds. We'll take the pick. We shouldn't need it. No, once again, that's going to be right over here to the southwest. Yeah, let's see if we can run into our old friend Mr. Bear. Actually, I hope we don't, because it just slows us down. But it seems like anytime we go to do something like this, he's there to make it more interesting. Alright. Not there, we want to come over here. So I just dumped all the wood, and now I'm picking more wood up. Have it. Looks like we might even be able to walk across here. And here. And now it's time to eat. Somebody's vying for our attention, I hear that. Here he comes. It's the welcome wagon. Most people don't remember the welcome wagon. That's kind of a thing of the past. Alright, some deer meat and that. And here we go. Do or die. Getting close. Can we Oh, we can stop here and catch our breath. How nice is that? Now we can continue swimming. Just use that rock so we could get our stamina back. And been messing with a Windows 11 upgrade. I've finally got my hard drive situation figured out so that I could put the proper boot format on my hard drive. Get rid of some old boot sectors on old drives and get Windows 11 to understand my computer was compatible. So I've spent the last day or two working on Windows 11 and storage and that kind of stuff. It all started when I ran out of disk space from making too many recordings. Gonna have to look at going out and getting a larger SSD if I'm gonna continue making these kind of recordings. Where'd our stairs go? I thought we put them... There we go. So now let's get the portal set up over here. We probably don't need a fire. But I thought we had... There it is. There's our portal materials. Just took me a while to remember it. We'll keep farming over here, so I'll leave that behind. In fact, how's our... Do we have carrots? We do. Should have grabbed the cultivator so that we can plant those carrots and get some more carrot seeds. I think we talked about it previously. For each one of those carrots, we'll get 3 carrot seeds. I think we picked up 6 carrots. So that should give us 18 carrot seeds. Let's grab that cultivator and get that started while we're out and about. That can move. Got a couple new recipes when we grabbed our cultivator. We can grow our birch trees now, which we'll want to start doing that as soon as we can, but not a big a priority is getting this food started. Now typically I'll have a pin around this, but since we have the moat, it doesn't feel like it's such a rush to me. Probably not where I want to keep it, but it'll do for now. The flint axe. Did we have... Yeah, over here. We've got that storage. Yes. Okay. Let's put this in here and just use up this last torch. Just get rid of it. Let's take that wood, if we can carry it all. The coal. Alright, put the wood back. We might as well put the portal down. And this should connect right away. We're missing the 2 Surtling cores? Did I leave those behind? Oh, we've only got 1? Oh, bud. That's so bad. I got a cure for that. We'll steal one from here. I almost thought we had to run back, but we've got enough circling cores over there. That should connect. There we go. And let's see how much of this coal we can take. No. Just means another trip. But those trips are going to get a lot easier now. Yeah, I like those portals. Let's go set up. Oh no, wait, we want to grab a circling core. We have some in storage. There's 5 circling cores that we can use to meet either of the 2 crafting stations we need, charcoal kiln or the smelter. So let's go do that real quick, get that set up. Given where we are, what we're going to be doing, be overweight, but let's grab this and let's put it down there for now. We can set something down and just run back for it. It's close compared to the... Need to drop 40 pounds. These are 2 pounds each. 20 of those should get us underweight. There we go. Just enough. Now, let's come up here to our ladder. I'm in the wrong place again. Oh, and there's Mr. Bear. Okay. Where did I want to be? There we go. We don't need to mess with Mr. Bear for now. Can we get him to fit in here? Yeah. What about... No. I don't know that's where I want him, but it'll work. Let's just stack up our metals in here for now. And we've got enough coal. Get things going again. Stack all this coal up in here. Let's refill this fire. Oh, wrong place. Thinking about one thing and doing another. Never works. There we go. Now, we can put a portal right here. If we've got enough ores. We didn't bring the eyes, so we'll run back for those. Got 5. We need 5 more. What else do we want to leave here? I don't think anything. Alright, let's go get 5 more eyes. Surely we have. Yeah. And don't call me Shirley. That ought to work. That all looks good. Leave that wood behind so that we have the extra weight, whatever. We just don't need to use, carry more stuff than we need. And we want to take this with us and this wood because we're going to turn that all into charcoal. Let's run in here and repair. We could do it at the other place just as easy, but this one's closer. Might even just come back here for sleeping at night. And we'll just use the forge at the Black Forest base to do whatever we want with this. Let's refill. And let's refill the other side with copper. Don't we have copper here? Copper's up here. There we go. Let's bring it down. We don't need 2 chests. Just make things harder. Okay, 10 of these. Now we're cooking with fire, or gas, or whatever. Since we don't have gas, I guess we're cooking with fire. And for you don't remember, that's an old saying from the 1920s or 30s, somewhere in that time period, I believe. When gas ranges were first becoming a thing. So we will start a fire over here. Boy, we're getting plenty of honey. I think we can just leave it in the beehive for now. We got 1 bronze here, we got 11. We should feed these guys. What do we got? 3? And we should probably make a butcher knife because we'll start slaughtering them pretty soon. But let's call that a day. Right after we see how to make a butcher knife. A butcher knife can only hurt tame creatures. 4 tin, 2 wood, so let's do it. And this will allow us to slaughter the pigs we raise and get the for meat, hides, that kind of stuff. We should grab some hides in case we want to make a raft. In fact, we're probably going to want a bunch of crafting materials over there. We'll just have to pick them up as we go. But let's go feed these guys. Three pigs, 2 raspberries each, and we should gather up some more raspberries. I don't understand what's got them excited, but boy, look at that. They are wound up there running all over. Really never sure how many pigs are optimal. So we'll try to keep the smelter and the kiln going so that we have plenty of materials. And carry the sheets back to the base, and we'll start crafting the items we need. I was really surprised to see these weigh 12 each, but the ore itself only weighs 8 or 10. So why does it weigh so much more once it's smelted? Denser could be the only thing I can think of. Crafted items. The smelted ingots are denser than the raw ore. I guess that makes sense. Maybe remove impurities, that kind of stuff. Who knows? Let's turn this all into bronze. So most of the things we're going to make, we'll just carry back with us to the other place. But the kettle, we need 10 tin to make that. We can't carry that back. We'll need 10 tin at the other place. So we are going to need to make a raft so we can sail back. Or, better yet, we'll use bronze nails to open a new recipe and make us a better boat. Everything's repaired, so I'll just run back real quick. Thought I saw something over here. Yep. Just a piece of resin, but hey. All those resources will come in handy eventually. Though we will fill up, like resin, I think we end up with way too much resin eventually. Let's burn off this torch while we're waiting. We probably need... Oh, let's run back and grab... fill this up. I need more 10, so let's do 7. Because I think one just fell. There we go. That's full, and we're not killing anything. Let's... we don't need that anymore. We'll take this back. And there, we got rid of that torch. Oh, there's those eyes that we needed. Left them sitting up there. In case you didn't see when we were running up to the tower. When we had the portal up here, we left the eyes behind. There we go. Let's take half of them. It's more than we need, but we're probably going to use some in crafting. Actually, we can just bring them back if we need them. Let's take all these skins. We won't need bears. We're not making anything there. How's our pickies doing? They're happy. They're happy. And happy. We're not going to be here on a regular enough basis that we're going to see a lot of piglets get created, because it only happens when we're here. Oh, we need more of these. We probably should continue to farm these. So that we have food to eat the pigs. I'm wondering what else do we need while we're in the Black Forest. Would be good to have a large supply of blueberries, as they'll be used in upcoming recipes. You know, this guy, both these guys are going to be dropping. Let's go ahead, maybe create a little catch basin for this stuff to fall into. Not quite. A little deeper. Oh, we can't go deeper. Let's go the other way. We don't have any rock right there, but we do have rock. Okay. So the other way would be to use our hoe. And we'll raise ground. That way, that coal quits rolling downhill on us. We just create a little barrier. Now we can go back to the pit. Where's our copper pit? We haven't created one yet. Yeah, so there'll be a little catch basin now for the coal. So it'll quit rolling down the hill on us. Let's fill up. No, what we really need to fill up is the kiln, because it's not even running. Yeah, let's put some coal here. Let's do 4 of each. We can get 8 in there. I think we can get 8. No, we could have done 2 more, but that's okay. Missed my shortcut. Walled me myself off. Alright. We got the skins that we're going to use over here. We should take this next time we go to the portal. Drop it off. Okay. So we've got the axe. The pick would be nice. I think the buckler is something that I would like to have. There's a big step up from that wood. So we need 10 bronze and 4 wood. We've only got 6 bronze right now. However, now we have 11. Did that the wrong way. I wanted to keep that. Let's get these out of here. Let's put the ingots down there. Now we can make our bronze buckler. No style button on the bronze buckler. Now if we want to upgrade that, that'd take 5 more bronze. Let's not upgrade anything until we at least get everything. So, what do we need? What do we want? I'm not gonna do the bronze attitude. I don't know how to pronounce that. Not doing it. Just not a weapon I want. Bronze axe is going to be our primary weapon until we can make the bronze mace. And we'll switch to the bronze mace as soon as we can. Bronze armor, the tunic, the helmet, the leggings, be the last thing that we do. We've got a cultivator, we've got a butcher knife. Not going to make a copper knife. We're definitely making this. We're going to need that, and we want to get our skill up for the next biome boss fight. We want a bronze buckler. Not going to be doing the bronze spear. Wish I was doing a bronze sword. I like swords, it's my favorite. Just personal, like it because of the sword and sorcery aspect of it. It just seems like the weapon that I would use, but that's just my likes. In reality, the mace is more effective for us in the next biome. Works well in this biome, so we'll start working on getting our skills up while we're here. The heart of the forest, we could make, it'd be our first trinket. So the trinket, once we reach 50 adrenaline, which you build up adrenaline during a fight, and it's hard to get to 50. Some of the bigger fights, like a troll, a bear, you'll get to 50 if you're doing melee. And doing lots of blocks. Blocks really increase our adrenaline. So if we get to 50, then it fires off the effects, which is health regen, plus 25% health, and it lasts for 60 seconds. Increases the health regeneration rate by 25%. Not bad. It's not great, but we don't have a trinket, so it's an improvement. I think I'll hold out. I think there's another one. We'll do this last if we get 5 extra bronze. If we get a bear trophy, we can make a better trinket that I like better. For this tier, it will improve the trinkets as we go along. Overall, I'm not real impressed with trinkets. They're nice aspect, add a little something new to the game, but don't find them terribly useful. Should be eating food. Might as well go ahead and get the protein too, because we need it. And it's going to run out shortly. Let's keep an eye on it. See if we forget like always. Let's go with straight up copper this time. We've got 1310 left. We're going to need 20, 10 to turn this 40 copper into bronze, plus the 10 that's in there, and that's 14 more, so that's 7. I think we're going to need some more 10. 40, 57, divide by 2, 24, no, 27. We've got 13, we need 14 more 10. So tomorrow let's go look for 10. In the meantime, let's not get killed because we didn't eat. And let's try to keep that kiln fed. I keep coming up here and stumbling up this hill. I think I can fix that by installing some stairs. Come down here, onto the stairs. That looks like that ought to work. Yeah, over here. That's where you want to go. Probably should leave some copper and tin. Should do the math on the things we're going to make. Maybe I'll do that offline. Oh, we're out of deer meat. Let's go cook some back at home base. juice is fine. Once we get enough carrots, we'll be able to get the next tier of food, which will really be a nice bonus. It's almost more important than we got plenty of bees though. Yes, we don't need more bees. Don't know what we'll do with those. Maybe another base in the future. Let's go to sleep, feed the pigs in the morning, and then do some cooking and check on the garden. Yeah, we also should come over. If you're gonna feed the pigs, you should take some food with you. I think the pigs will eat twice a day, so I try to take a piece of food for each pig. We're gonna probably have piglets out here. Can't see anything in the dark, but they're probably there. And pretty soon we're gonna have to give them more food. Get rid of the shield. Which means we got another torch to get rid of. Let's grab our cultivator, plant those carrots. Check on the carrot seeds. I think I put it over here last time. Need to be more consistent where I put that. They're healthy. So I usually space these. Come over about the same distance, about 2 steps, and then just scooch it in a little bit and go in between each of these. Seems to give me enough space. If you get them too crowded, you'll lose your seed. It'll go in the ground, your plant won't be healthy, and it's virtually lost then. Alright, cook some deer meat. 18, 14 ought to be enough. We'll do that. Let's do just 12. Then it'll only be two rounds at the cooking station. And that matches pretty close with the boar meat we have. We could look at starting the next. See how that's just hanging there? We just need to step closer so that the auto pickup grabs it. You could start on the next copper mine. And then just transport the copper over. Or for that matter, we could tear down. There's not that much there. The smelters and move it. Alright, there we go. Now we got enough food. We don't need those eyes. Don't need that 4 stone. Let's leave the butcher knife. Let's repair it real quick. And the cultivator here, just so we're not carrying quite so much stuff around. We can drop that off when we get there. We don't really need that 4 stone with us. We definitely don't need those 2 torches. Okay, when we run out of this coal, we're gonna have to chop more wood. Missed it. You get that run jump skill improved. We get more efficient with our stamina usage. Which really comes in handy when you gotta run away from something. Alright, so the next thing I think we want to make, we've got tier 1 bronze axe, we've got a tier 1 bronze buckler. Let's make the next tool, which would be the bronze pickaxe. Or the mace. Let's make the mace. We're going to need a little more materials for that, I think. That little ding that happened was a bonus. And I wasn't paying enough attention, but I think it created an extra piece of bronze due to our skill level. And that'll happen as our skill goes up, it'll happen more often. Alright, 3 leather scraps. Where'd we put leather scraps? Now we'll switch out our primary weapon for the bronze mace. Put the axe up here because we're going to be chopping trees. Put that last piece of bronze up here. And then what do we need for the pickaxe? We need 10. So we're going to need 10 pieces of tin and 20 pieces of copper. Put this away, and let's get some more wood. That's gonna draw a crowd. So that'll give us, each pine tree gives us core wood and wood, regular wood, whatever you want to call that. So, don't really want to cut down pine trees. We don't need more core wood. And these fallen logs don't give us as much, but at least they give us... We don't have to mess with the unneeded core wood. There's some blueberries. Let's grab those. Deal with our upcoming committee. Committee of one. So we want fir trees because they give us this straight up wood. And a big fir tree would be nicer than these little bitty ones. Fir tree stumps often come down so short you can't get to them. So using that overhead swing is a great way to get them out. And again, we just don't want to leave the stumps around because it just means one more thing the game has to draw. So it reduces lag to cut them down. Shouldn't let myself run out of stamina in the black forest. Oh, I could have hit him. Oh, why'd we do... We didn't need that. Alright, let's work on this mace skill. There we go. Clubs is up to 6. Oh, and there's some... 10, we need that. Weight wise, we're not going to be able to carry many, but it's not far to just take this up and dump it off either. This is probably the last one, and then we'll take it up and dump it. Let's see if we can finish off with wood. Alright, we're maxed. There's some more tin right there. So we'll just jump down right here. You can see why some players think that this is a real grind when it comes to copper, because of the double the elements you need, resources. You have to have more wood, you have to have more smelting. We'll leave the wood behind. Let's leave the rocks behind. Let's call that a day. Not a day, but let's take this stuff back. ran over here because I was wondering if I would find that blueberry bush again, but I don't think I'll know where it is because we picked it. I didn't keep count. I think we're getting close on how much we really need. Might dig up one or two more. If I can find them. There we go. There's some over here. First one's a rock, but the second one, that's 10. Let's finish up with our lumber. Not a copper. That's too bad. Go get some fir trees. Skeleton. That usually means... Dude, the mace works really well against skeletons. Now, that usually an indication that there's a burial crypt nearby. I think we did this one already. Yeah. There's always put a fire down here. That's too bad. I hear you, but I don't see you. I wouldn't mind if we found another burial chamber. Mr. Bear's up there. Don't necessarily want to mess with him. But we downed a tree already. It didn't chop it up. Should be a log floating around here somewhere. It's almost nighttime. Okay. Can't carry anymore. Need to keep the weapon out while we're running. Oh yeah, we're full up. Oh, we can dump wood and pick up coal at the same time. Let's get some tin going. I think we got copper. We can make some more here. We needed 10 bronze for the pickaxe, is that right? 10 bronze for a pickaxe? Boy, they really get you on that one, don't they? Might as well just sleep here tonight. Right? Can't think of a reason to go back. So once we have the pickaxe, then we need to take some copper back for the cauldron and the kettle. Those are both here on crafting. So the cauldron is going to be 1010. That's not bad. And that's 410. That's 1410. 6 copper that we'll need. And then I think we're done with the first tier. But we need a whole bunch more so we can do upgrades. Can't say this is the most exciting. Trying to think of what I could do to make this part of the game more interesting. And I'm sure there's something and I'm not thinking of it. There we go. Let's go start that next copper mine, because we're going to need it to upgrade all these items that we have. Much less if we decide we want to make copper armor. Not copper, bronze armor. Alright, yeah, we got more than enough tin for now. That's the 1410 that we need. I want to set that aside. Not use it, because that's what we need to make our cooking stuff over at the home base. And we'll make those cooking upgrades in the home base. Probably not here. We're gonna have to expand the fireplace to be a double fireplace, so we have room for the kettle. Oh, there's one other item that we didn't talk about that we will want to make, and that would be the fermenter. The fermenter will allow us to make magic potions, healing potion, stamina potion, and most importantly for the next zone, poison resistant potion because we're going to be up against a lot of creatures that use poison. So that's 5 bronze that we'll need to take with us for the kitchen in the other house. And I'm going to take that right off the top here, so we have that stuff ready to go. Let's see, what do we get rid of that? Just to keep things organized and to keep the hides, skins together. We've got the 3 ancient seeds. I think 3 is enough to summon the boss of this level. However, where have we located the boss of this level? Yes, the Elder is right down here. We need to find him. That's something else we should do. But I thought we had a... Yeah, we found another copper mine right here. Let's go take a look at it. After we refresh the kiln and smelter. Probably gonna need more tan. Definitely need more charcoal. Don't have a great use for these wooden weapons. If you wanted to train your skill, you could take that wooden weapon and go beat on greylings with it. And you'll get a lot of swings in before you kill the greyling or a grey dwarf. And that's a good way to push up your skills. What's down here? We don't need to carry that around, but clean up the place a little. Trying to time that last step so I jump over that tree while I'm there. Thought about cutting the tree down, the tree stump down, but I like it as a marker of where our ladder is. There's Mr. Bear, and over there is the other copper deposit. Is it really right there? I didn't need to pick up those rocks. That's not copper. That's not copper. Nope, but there's blueberries around here. Haven't come back up yet. So the copper is further away. Alright, let's keep going. Mace is a significant upgrade over the axe. Even with lower skill, we do better. There's copper. There's rock, not copper. They look so much the same. Alright, we start digging down. Let's replace the axe with the pick. Let's get rid of our welcoming committee. Eat some stamina food. And keep digging. I wish that rock wasn't right there. It's gonna... Rock takes longer to go through than the dirt. Just gonna take us down until we hit water or hit bottom. Well, at this point, we might be under the... Not quite. But I think we've hit bottom. We can't dig deeper. Didn't bring enough wood with us. We're gonna have to climb out of here to fix the pit. And then we'll grab some wood and we'll put a crafting station down here so that we don't have to climb out as often. I've heard people say that you can get these copper veins all at one piece and it all collapses at the same time. Never seen it happen though. Let me know if you have. Try to do a broadcast with one of the grandkids on Friday. Alright, can we get out of here? That'll be fun. I like this game with friends a lot more than playing solo. But I enjoy playing solo. I enjoy it quite a bit. Nearby. I wonder where you came from. There's gotta be a... Oh, we already found the burial chamber over here. I had the feeling though that burial chambers didn't respawn. This is another burial chamber. Yep, we haven't been to this one. Well, it'll give us a chance to get rid of the torches we've been wanting to get rid of. I think there might be a... See that purple through there? There's a spawner on the other side. Let's run straight to it. Take it out before skeletons even. And we let our health get low. Let's eat. Get our health back. Oh, look at that treasure. check inventory, see how much room we have. Looks like we should be able to carry quite a bit out of here. Gonna have to go hunting for the vendor pretty soon. That we're finding enough treasure, rubies, and amber, or stuff like that, that we'll want to turn it in and convert it to coin. Plus, he sells a couple of nice items. Oh, that was too short. Did we really get all of it? Yeah, afraid so. That's too short. Maybe the next one will be a little longer. I do like the way this mace goes through skeletons. It is... Oh, there's another spawner. Far better on skeletons than the axe is. And that's real fitting with your typical role-playing game. Different damage types. Work more effectively against different types of creatures. Been that way as long as I can remember. And there's the Elder. He's not that far away from where we are now. We need to go back to the fire and get our rested bonus. Don't know how desperate we are to do that right now, but I think we can probably, as long as we don't get a ghost or a think of what that... There's a green skeleton. As long as we don't get one of those, we're pretty safe. Does that look more pixelated than normal? This Windows 11 update, I thought it might be smoother. Wasn't bad, but just thought it might be smoother. Yeah, that's pretty short. I didn't stay there long enough to get our rested bonus, which is the whole reason I went, but this is a pretty small burial crypt. We have done it all. Let's get our rested bonus. We're getting smoked. Come over here. The Fu Manchu on Conrad looks pretty radical. Okay, we need to head back to base, off in this general direction, see if we can't repair our pickaxe, pick up some wood, switch out. Oh, look at that. There's that blueberry. That's what we wanted. We aren't going to use them right now, but we will later. Oh, that's a long way down. Let's try over here. Not quite as far. Let's finish the rest of that off and see if we can get 6 of these in there. We have any wood? Should just picked up the 50 to begin with. Have to pick up more wood in the morning. Wait. Still haven't got my timing down on that jump yet. Should be able to hit that top step, jump over that tree stump, and move right on. That's the goal. Let's see, 8 will do 16 of copper, so let's just wait till we get 5 more copper. And what do we have we can get rid of? We have some treasure here, don't we? There we go. Oh, yeah, let's take that. We don't want it here. And this, we don't need that. Just go put it out front. Just make a little stone pile. One less thing to keep track of in our storage lockers. Otherwise known as a chest. Alright, let's wrap it up here for the day. We'll be mining copper and smelting ore and making upgrades to our weapons, tools, everything we can with copper and bronze. Next time on Grandpa Plays Valheim. Thanks for joining us. I'm Grandpa Bud. Enjoyed your company. Y'all have a good one.